We are here at YCS Atlanta with Kelvin. He just got top 32 with...
I played pure ABC.
Man, that's crazy. The only ABC player in top 32.
Oh, really? I actually didn't know that. That's good news. Yeah, expected, but good news.
Cool.
So I'm here representing Team YG organization. Shout out to them. They gave me everything I needed to top. Outside the skill, which was a big part of it. The theory for this event was deck building. I thought you just build a solid deck and play a steady game. You would win more times than you would lose, which I did. So
cool, and obviously you're very experienced with ABCs.
Yeah. So 3 Ash, 3 Ogre. I just think these are the best hand traps right now. So in a deck like ABC, you can't really fit more because you kind of need to your hand a little bit to combo. Like you got pieces and stuff like that. So you can't do something like Invoke does and play 9 or 12 because you have a 1-card engine because you don't have 1-card engine. So you can't play more than 6. These are the best 6.
Right.
3 of each gadget. This was after hours of rigorous testing. I came to the conclusion that this is just better than Thrasher, better than Disrudo, better than anything else because it loses to way fewer things. This floats. I play 3 Torrential, which is a big part of my win condition. So this just floats infinitely. It's better than Thrasher because you can summon this going turn 3. You can summon this, which is relevant. And it's a machine, so even more relevant because you can make Clipboard Genius and you can equip a piece to this and do crazy stuff. So it's basically a combo piece. It's really important to play 3 of each. 2A, 2B, 2C, and then 3rd B. I was originally just playing these, but I kept desiring 2 copies of the same piece. So I was like, well, let me up my ratio a little bit more. So I would get I added a 3rd B to do that because this floats well too. So if you don't open Hanger, but you open this as a raw piece, you can use your traps to float eventually into a guaranteed buster because you just get A with this, then you set A, then A gets this again, then this gets C. It takes 3 turns, but you got traps, so you last that long.
In retrospect, was that 3rd B, was it good?
Oh yeah, it was super good deck building, yes. So if I open Desirous Hanger, I would always search A. And then so you're only worried about banishing 2 C's instead of banishing 2 of either, or if you had 2 B's, either one.
Yeah.
And you don't want to summon it first because you're trying to draw a gadget off the Desire, so you have to do it in that order. So this tournament I actually never did just banish 2 of the last C's. I banished 2 B's a lot, but I had the 3rd one, so that's why it was good. So those are monsters, very simple, nothing crazy. 6 Hanger, nothing crazy, no other field spells. Ravine just loses to every hand trap. This doesn't lose to Ash at all because it's correct to not Ash this. Well, I don't know. It's correct to not Ash Terraforming if you know you're playing against ABC because it's a once per turn card. So you wait till they stick this, so I stick this, and then most of the times I have a piece anyway, so the Ash dies on the piece. And the Ogre that I hope the piece of 7 was B. But that's pretty much.
So you've played the Draco version of this deck.
Yeah,
what was the decision to not run those cards?
This weekend I almost did. I played that last of the UDS, which was before it became hard to establish boards through Spiral. It was just before that, so it was really good. You couldn't do anything with Draco cards in Spiral format because you can't target anything. Also, why Buster sucked because you just can't target anything. So I just stopped playing that format completely because you couldn't play ABC. But Spiral just had too much interrupt for the Draco cards. Right now, I feel that it would have been correct to play Draco. I almost played the Draco build with the field spells and the Masterpiece, but I had been testing this build so much, and I felt that traps were just a little bit better than Draco cards, and I still feel that way. Just solid trap cards in a format where nobody's maining removal. Every deck's engine cards, so no deck can play Twin or Cosmic. No deck does except for Invoke, but that doesn't matter. The Pendulum deck should play pure Pendulum cards, Any ABC mirror match, same thing, just pure ABC cards. No one's playing Twin. So traps are just great right now. 1 Goat. It's correct, but I'm going to have trouble defending it because everyone's going to laugh at me. Goat is a card that's pretty outrageous. It's just so auto win is ridiculous if you resolve it, but it doesn't do anything. So you can't do anything to stop your opponent. So Goat by itself is awful. Goat with anything else is game. So Goat with Strike is game. Goat with Ogre's game. Goat with Ash is game. Goat with anything is game. But just Goat by itself is awful. So when I play 2 or more Goats, I risk the chance of opening multiple Goats. And Goat is awful. Goat is probably the worst combination of cards you can draw. I'd rather draw 2 Gardens. So to stop from doing that, I just played 1. And my engine is not dependent on drawing Goat, so I can what happens if you don't draw Goat? Nothing, I just have a deck. And if I draw Goat, I'm just drawing 4 next turn.
So it's just a Saki 1-up,
It's basically just another copy of Monster Reborn. That's what I compare it to. It's just I'm playing 2 Reborns. Yeah.
Did you see it at all?
Goat, I saw it a lot in the later half of the tournament, so it was pretty solid. Helped me, I opened Hanger and Strike Goat, so that is just you can't lose. So you strike the threat, next turn you have Hanger, you have a monster, you Goat, you make sure you usually draw 4, they lost. Yeah, it's pretty good. 1-up starts, lose my 1-ups. Reborn was another thing that makes ABC really good right now. In the past, you've had trouble only having 3 busters and like not being able to cycle through that without ever since Emerald got banned. This just makes you have 4 busters. Actually, it's crazy. It also makes you lose a little bit because they get reborn your buster, so it kind of sucks. But it's a trade you take. 2 Desire. 3 is probably correct, but I'm a coward. The Strike or Solemn Brigade. I wanted to play the trap cards I played. I wanted to have no counterplay whatsoever, so counter traps just have no counterplay whatsoever. Pretty good. Torrential. I cut. What did I cut? What's that one card? That Barrier. Barrier is probably the best card I ever printed. I cut Barrier for Torrential because Torrentials were my side previously, and Barrier I just kept losing to like Tricksters. Tricksters are actually your worst matchup with this deck because you cannot play a card until you activate Hanger, and if you search, they just hand loop you. So you can't do anything. So it's your worst matchup. So I wanted a card that was live against them. Barrier is not. It's just a 0. This card is live against Trickster, live against Draco most of the time, and then versus every other deck, it's just the same thing as Barrier. I found out. Like versus Pendulum, they just Pendulum 5. It's just might as well call Barrier, call Pendulum Barrier. Same thing. So this was a lot better. And then turns out I lost like all my dice rolls. So this just outs any board. So Pendulum just made their 4 negates. I set this in a gadget. They lost next turn. So that's how I was winning most of my duels.
So a lot better than bottomless then?
Oh yeah, a lot better than bottomless because no counterpoint, like I said, really important. And then these are the only traps right now with 0 counterplay. They're just not fair. They should be banned. It's stupid you don't play them. So that's the main deck, 40 cards.
You didn't miss Soul Charge at all?
No, Soul Charge was like a worse Reborn almost every time. Okay. I'm not playing cards that dump things. Like I didn't play Foolish. I'm not playing like Brilliant. So like I'm not having a graveyard. So Soul Charge is never a starter card. Soul Charge is only live like post turn 2. And by that point I should already be winning. So that's the logic there.
Gotcha.
Extra deck. 3 of the best card ever made. Obvious. And then 3 XYZs. I wish you could play more because I think historically what makes this deck so strong are the XYZs. But it's really all you can fit. This is the most important one because you got to clear the zone so you can place this in that zone. This is probably the best XYZ right now, legal, so you got to play it. This is your starter card with Gadget. You set your traps. Next turn you Torrential your board, you make Buster, something like that.
Right.
This was for Link Revo. This is all like the scapegoat stuff. You just gotta play it. But like Goat's so powerful, even one copy of Goat does warrant this. Yes, it does. Skull Dread's the best card in Master Deck. You just draw 4 and win. After you tag out, you can always make Skull Dread. So the reason that this deck got such a buff is because, historically speaking, Buster, a lot of the time, it doesn't win the duels by itself. And that's what Ryan and I discovered when I was playing the Ravine build. When the format had started, I built a Ravine build. So I played like Brilliant, Ravine. I played no trap cards. I was just like Turbo Buster, like Bait Buster no matter what. I played Gamma, so when they like hand trap my Ravine, I like summon Gamma. The deck was insane. But we found that like Buster is like not good enough to win games that go so long anymore. It's just the sad truth. So like your Buster can stop them for a turn, you tag out, but like on that next turn you really gotta be able to do something. So Staryuja makes it so you use those pieces to just draw 4, and you just automatically have more trap cards and more hand traps. So it's just they can't win no matter what. So without this card, this deck would be unplayable. But right now it's just crazy. Overload, just ridiculous. Firewall, I play it because it's a generic 4, which comes up sometimes. You just have to be able to tune anything for a 4. I never used it. I never made it this tournament, but it's definitely supposed to be there. Decode generic 3. Well, not generic 3, sorry, but it's the best 3. This card is ridiculous. Gadget.
So it's like unaffected by stuff?
No, it has a once in your main phase, you can target a face-up card other than self that you control and your opponent controls and negate them. So like most of the time it doesn't do anything because it's only negated until the end of that turn. So like it really doesn't do anything at all. But if you're going first to Chaos Hunter you go Gadget this, you make this with your piece, you use the CS on your other piece, you negate Chaos Hunter, and then you make Buster.
That's cool.
I did that like 3 times. It wasn't fair. Yeah, and then this is just a better version of that.
Okay.
But this is the best card in the new set. So another reason why this deck's playable.
Would you play that after Alex's profile, that main phase 2 thing?
Yeah, I was supposed to play that. I didn't know it existed. If I didn't know it existed, I'd definitely be playing it because it's a 1-card Buster.
Okay.
It made phase 2, of course, so you can't do it turn 1. But really good. Yeah, that made it, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Side deck. Side deck's why I got as far as I did, because obviously I lost every game 1 because I lost every roll. 3 evenly match. I side this in once because I played 1 Draco. No, it's not good versus any other deck. Don't try to put this in versus Pendulum or like anything else. It's not good versus ABC. Don't put it against ABC. People kept putting it against me. I'd be like, okay, I'll keep Buster. I guess I'll banish my like Seal Drain. Maybe it's 2. I still win. Doesn't do anything. Lancey, I played 3 of these. This card's not fair. This is another hand trap that has 0 counterplay. It should probably be banned. I think Ryan, my teammate, was talking about this in a previous profile, but like I kind of like that he was talking about it, so I'm going to go further. Hand traps that like are lingering should just be banned. Like Maxi was just ridiculous, and it should just be banned. Cards with like Ogre and Ash and like I guess to an extent Mailer are like very healthy because you have to like use them at like niche times. Like you have to like trigger them. Your opponent knows that you're triggering them and like gets to counterplay. This card you can just play at their turn ends. Same thing with Droll. Droll's not very good right now, but like in theory Droll should be banned. Maxi should be banned. So if the card's not fair, you definitely want to play it.
And you played against Gem Knight FTK,
yeah, on the
right?
bubble I played against Gem Knight, so they just couldn't make block goal and couldn't win. This is especially good in ABC because everyone's side system down against you, so you just and they lost. Very good combo. Tremendous versus Invoke. Invoke's an auto win with this card because Eater Billions does nothing, and then the Invoke cards do nothing. You just win.
Yeah.
Dark Hole Regeki. I was very iffy about these. These turned out to be really good. They're just negates. You know, you just play them and they negate. So you just play Hanger. And then sometimes if you like Kaiju them first, you actually just win the duel. So it's pretty good. The Kaiju engine was crazy. It's why I got as far as I did. There's no counterplay to Kaiju. You should put it over the biggest threat, and then anything else you deal with the rest of the other 5 cards in your hand. It's just absurd. This one's a machine, so you can like equip like pieces to it and do stuff. You can also search it off of that.
Wait, what? You can equip pieces to it?
Yeah. So you can go like B equip C, and then like B effect in the main phase, like attach to this. C goes to grave. Summon A from hand buster.
That's insane. Okay,
yeah,
that's
stuff
cool.
like that. So you can go like Gamma Seal that plus pieces game. And then this is searchable off that as a machine. So that's definitely why you play that. The rest of these are lower than busters, so yeah, that's why you play them. Then Twin Twister, amazing versus True Draco. Pretty good versus a mirror match. I played 3 mirrors. Twin blew them out every time. It's just a solid card. I think this card will be staple in side decks or main decks for as long as it's legal. It's just ridiculous, especially in ABC where you're getting a piece in graveyard. That's the deck. Yeah, as you can see, nothing overwhelming. There's no like crazy combo I'm doing. I'm just building a steady deck, getting rewarded. There's no other. I can't really defend it past that, but it's just consistent and you win every time. Every time, especially when you go first. I went 2 and 10 in dice rolls. I can't stress that enough. I'm not trying to complain, but I'm trying to emphasize. The fact that I got as far as I did is a literal miracle. Like I had to play my heart out. I had to I lost pretty much every game 1 because I lost the roll. And then game 2, I would win every game 2 because your deck's insane. It's just unbreakable. Trap cards plus buster that you can't lose. Game 3, I just had Kaijus and they lost. Good deck building, that's all I can say. If I won a little bit more rolls, I probably would have gotten a little bit further, but can't complain. Shout out to YG Org.
Any other shout outs besides that?
No, I guess my good friend Alex, my friends Noah, Max, everyone else at Castle Black looking out for me. That's really it. That's all I got.
Cool.
Actually, can I do one more?
Yeah.
I don't know how many. What's this channel called? Do people watch this channel?
Dzeeff.
Do they watch it, or do you have like 2 subscribers?
I have 30,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay. So a lot of people are watching this. So shout out to Nadir, good friend from Glasgow Yu-Gi-Oh. That's all I got.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.